Now, she became known as the heroine of Dunkirk. The Medway Queen was the paddle steamer that rescued some 7,000 troops from the beaches of northern France in 1940. But she fell into a state of disrepair and was in danger of being lost completely.
Well, now, thanks to an amazingly dedicated bunch and £1.8 million of lottery money, she's back afloat. Chrissy Reedy's been aboard for an exclusive look ahead of her return to the River Medway tomorrow.
We tracked down the historic Medway Queen just off the Sheerness coast. The paddle steamer left Bristol last Friday. She may be back on home waters, but her journey hasn't all been plain sailing. The main delay in getting paddle steamer Medway Queen back to Kent has been the weather. Originally, the Christine tug went down to Bristol to collect her back in mid-October, but the forecast has been so poor since then, they've only now been able to finally bring her home. These days, the Medway Queen lives a more peaceful existence, but in years gone by, she's had her work cut out. She was one of the famed little ships that rescued stranded troops in 1940 from the beaches in Dunkirk. She made a record 7 trips, rescuing 7,000 men. Eric Woodruff was her signalman.
We could see Dunkirk burning on the opposite coast, and we just headed for it. We were too busy to be terrified. We were being bombed all the time, and we had to look out for everything else.
She was a passenger steamer in the years after the war, but fell into disrepair. Now, 30 years on, with her hull replaced, she's back on the River Medway.
Over 60% of the ship is of the original vessel. Engines, portholes, deck timbers, every bit that could be used has been put onto the new hull of the ship. The hull of the ship is brand new. It's an all-riveted ship, which is something that's quite unique. That hasn't been done in about 60 years. The old hull was long gone. There was nothing that could be salvaged from that. So every original component that we could salvage has gone onto the new ship.
She's still a work in progress, and it's unlikely she'll ever return to a fully operational passenger steamer. All the same, enthusiasts on the Medway today were delighted to have her back.
I think all Kentish people should be proud of the Medway Queen. She did sterling work in the Second World War, and she's had a rough time since then, so it's lovely to see her back.
Tonight she'll be moored just off the Sheerness coast ahead of coming into her berth at Gillingham tomorrow. Chrissy Reedy, BBC South East Today, Sheerness.